Welcome to Airkix, where you're about to embark into a whole new sport of body flying. Before your flight, this video is important as it will give you an introduction to basic flight procedures and what to expect today. Your instructor will assist you every step of the way. All our instructors are highly skilled and all are certified by the International Body Flight Association. They're there for your safety and to ensure that you learn as fast as possible on each and every visit you make to Airkix. Airkix is a flight experience, not a ride. Body flying is similar to any other skill-based sport, and today will be your first taste of it. On repeat visits, where it becomes considerably cheaper to fly, you'll soon get to a standard where you can fly with others and even think about competition. To make it easy to measure your progress, we have created 10 basic levels of flight, which are printed on the flight certificate that you'll receive after your first flight. We will mark off your achievements, and each time you come back, we can work towards the next few levels. Typically, you can expect to do levels 2 or 3 if you're doing a kickstart, levels 3 or 4 if you're doing an airborne, and possibly all 10 levels if you're doing the Learn to Fly program. Now to a basic checklist. You should have emptied all your pockets by now and removed all jewellery and any loose items. In the airflow of about 110 miles an hour, it's very easy to lose items, and even a paper tissue will create a nuisance as it continues to recycle with the airflow. Please double check now that all items are removed. You should have completed the statement of risk. Without it, we're unable to fly you, as it asks some basic questions and ensures that you're happy to be filmed at all times. This is for your safety and for anyone wishing to purchase a DVD. Please let your instructor know before the flight if you want a DVD, as we're unable to produce them after you fly. We shall also be taking digital photos on most flights, and these will be available to view and purchase at reception later. You should inform the instructor, before you fly, of any health-related issues that may affect the overall enjoyment of your flight, such as neck or back injuries or prior shoulder dislocation. It is much easier for us to modify the flying to ensure your comfort if we know of these issues beforehand. Now to the flights themselves. We normally operate flights of about a minute, but we do have a shorter indoor skydive for special groups where we replicate what a typical skydive might feel like. We also often use longer flights for anyone doing the airborne and Learn to Fly courses, as they can be more efficient for the learning process. When you enter the tunnel, it'll be from the staging area and only after your instructor is happy with the wind speed, which is controlled by a second instructor. You will lean through the doorway with the guidance of the instructor, and the wind will pick you up, so you will be floating, normally at waist to chest height. The instructor will be standing close to you on the steel cable floor at all times. This is quite possible as they present much less surface area to the wind. It is also quite possible that we might reduce the wind speed and have you fly very close or even on the cable net floor itself. This allows you to learn certain manoeuvres quickly before we practice them a little higher up. Not until you become more proficient will you fly much above the level of the glass. Through the signals we're about to learn, and with some help from the instructor, you will aim to get into a neutral and relaxed flying position. It's important, but sometimes hard on the initial flight, to be relaxed, and a big grin normally does the trick, and as you relax, you'll find it easier to fly. Don't forget as well to pose for the camera, which is situated next to the controller. Again, a big grin will make you look your best. This is what a proper body flying or even skydiving position looks like. Your arms are at a 90-degree angle and at eye level. Your legs should be about shoulder width apart, your hips are pushed forward, and your head is up. This will give you a nice, arched, neutral position. The arch will allow the air to flow evenly around your body, giving you a controlled belly-to-earth or flat flying position. Throughout your flights, your instructor will use a series of hand signals to communicate and telling you what adjustments you need to make. These are the hand signals. This indicates that you should keep your chin up. By doing this, or even looking up, it will allow you to communicate with your instructor, see the controller, who will also help guide you, and see other things around you. This hand signal means bend your legs. If you see this signal, simply bend your legs slowly until you receive the thumbs up. If given this hand signal, straighten your legs. Again, make the move slowly until you receive the thumbs up. If you see your instructor do this, they want you to arch. For the best arch, just push your hips lower than your knees and shoulders. This hand signal is relax. It means that you should fly slow and be conservative with your movements. As soon as we complete the session here, we'll gear up and supply you with a specialized jumpsuit, knee pads, elbow pads, goggles and a helmet. Let us know if you need any assistance with the equipment. A few hot tips on the gear. When putting the jumpsuit on, please remove your trainers first, as there is a stirrup strap at the bottom of the jumpsuit legs that goes under your foot and inside your trainers, which must be fastened tightly. If your goggles missed up, just tilt the bottom upwards slightly to let in fresh air. We can also supply earplugs. Inside the staging area, it's quite possible to hold a conversation, and it's a bit louder in the airflow during the flight. Our staff wear earplugs in the tunnel as they work in the environment full time, but for a short visit it's normally quite acceptable. If you want some earplugs, please ask. After we gear up, we'll head up to the tunnel itself. Just a final reminder, if you've not purchased a flight DVD and now care to do so, please let your instructor know before entering the flight chamber, as it's your last chance. When the previous group finishes, or if the tunnel is empty, we'll enter the staging area. Please do so quickly, with the first person taking a seat at the far end. Everyone else take the next seat available. Once in the flight chamber, the doors will close and the wind will start. For safety, it is important that you do not remove any of your gear. When it's your time to fly, you'll be assisted into the flight chamber. Bring your arms up towards your chest with your chin up, then lean into the wind and open up into your stable body position. While inside the chamber, your instructor will make adjustments to your body position. Remember to smile and relax, especially as it's all on camera. When your flight is finished, you will be guided to the exit. Simply grab the door on both outer edges, stand up and walk out of the air column. Take a seat and everyone will shuffle around as each flyer has their flights. Feel free to encourage each other, as it all goes to make a truly great atmosphere and experience. Very often we'll have some spare time immediately after your flights, so if you want to carry on flying, tell your instructor before we stop the tunnel. Extra flights are considerably cheaper, as you're now a fully trained pro flyer. If there is not time immediately, ask when the next available time is when you get back downstairs, and we'll organise your next visit with you. In fact, if you return within 3 months, you'll benefit from the more cost-effective pro flyer rates and soon be flying with others. When you fly as a pair in the tunnel, it literally halves the cost as you share the price of the airtime. We can fly teams of up to 4, so you can see the economies for skydiving and body flyer teams. Skydivers use Airkix as it is a completely realistic freefall simulator. All competitive teams use one just to stay in the game, and we often have world champions at Airkix coaching novice flyers. And if this is the sort of thing that appeals to you, let us know. We can also help you if you want to make a skydive, as we've partnered up with UK Skydiving, who work with just about every drop zone in the UK. Airkix can help prepare you for your skydives by taking you through the course first in the tunnel. We'll give you a couple of leaflets before you leave, one about the next steps in tunnel flying and one about skydiving. We know you're about to have the time of your life, but don't forget you can also pass it on, so do ask our staff about gift vouchers. You may also wish to take a few leaflets to work colleagues and get together a team building or social event. So from all our staff, thank you for flying Airkix. It's now time to see if you remembered the perfect body position and those hand signals. Have a great flight.